This information is not for the faint of heart. I have received precise data. In 2026, which is very soon, half of humanity will cease to exist as we know them. My contacts with higher sources have shown that the global elite are not human. What appears to be a human often is not. This is especially true for Western leaders. They are conduits for forces that seek our destruction. For 2,000 years, all religious systems have been used to enslave human consciousness. The controlling forces have created a perfect system where people willingly give away their energy, not realizing what is happening. The year 2026 is the point of no return when humanity will be divided. Now I will tell you the clear signs of how to determine which side you will end up on and what you need to do to remain among those who will move into the new era. But before that, a foundation is necessary. We live in a matrix that feeds on our souls. And this is not a metaphor, it is literal reality. The system created by higher beings uses people as batteries, draining the energy of fear, anger, and despair. Earth is the ruler of the entire universe, not just a small planet. And those who control Earth control all cosmic processes. That is why there is such a fierce struggle for our planet. The entire universe is in a state of pain. Not only people, but other cosmic systems have also been subjected to oppression. There is a total war of energy going on, which most people are unaware of. Parasitic entities rule the earth, entities that have occupied our world for thousands of years. They were able to do this because they broke the planet's protective system at the ancestral level, through blood, through DNA. These beings appear as serpent-like entities. In ancient texts, they were called Nagas. There are also insectoid life forms, creatures resembling spider mantises, who are behind many processes on Earth. Humans have been artificially reduced to the level of animals. We have been brought so low that, according to cosmic laws, anything can be done to us. Humans are no longer considered intelligent beings in the galactic community. What these entities want from us are strong negative emotions, blood, and the energy of death. They literally feed on this, creating wars, conflicts, and suffering all over our planet. Through global information systems, they can simply erase any person from reality. Do you think people die a natural death? Often they are simply disconnected from the program of life, like an unnecessary file deleted from a computer. To better understand the upcoming changes and how we can get through them, it's important to know who is in control of our reality. In my visions, I was shown several types of entities that influence events on Earth. The first group are entities that ancient texts refer to as Nagas. They possess cold vibrations. You could say they vibrate like cold light. These beings are very ancient and they have the ability to take on different forms. The second group are entities that appear in our world through people in power. This is especially noticeable in Western countries, where some leaders have long lost their spiritual connection and have become conduits for dark energies. These entities have created entire systems to influence our consciousness. And one of these systems is the distortion of ancient spiritual teachings. All major religious systems were created with good intentions, but over time they were distorted, turning from tools of liberation into tools of control. Instead of teaching people to be creators of their own reality, they were taught to obey and to fear. So, what do the observers want from us humans? First and foremost, our energy. A human is an amazing being, capable of generating a tremendous amount of creative energy. But when we are in low vibrations of fear, envy, and anger, we produce energy that is easy to take away. That is precisely why modern society is structured to keep us constantly in a state of stress and negative emotions. The entire system is built so that we constantly experience a sense of lack of money, fear, division. The observers use several main mechanisms. They introduce negative emotional states through information, divide people by artificial criteria, by race, religion, nationality, sexual preferences, distract us from developing our inner potential, and replace true values with material ones. As a result, the majority of people on Earth are in a state of energy deficit. They live beyond the edge of survival. Instead of being a source of their own energy, they have become batteries for the dark ones. Now we are approaching the most important part. During my last contact, I was shown that by 2026, something will happen that can be called a quantum leap in the energetic state of the Earth. Our planet is entering a zone of cosmic energies. This is a natural process that occurs cyclically. In ancient in ancient texts, this was described as the change of yugas or epochs. By 2026, the frequency of Earth's vibrations will increase significantly. This is not just a metaphor, it is already happening. This is a real change in the energetic state of the planet. What does this mean for us, for people? Here I have to say something that may seem shocking. Not everyone will be able to adapt to these new energies. In my visions, I was shown that about half of humanity will not be able to exist in the new conditions of high vibrations. This does not mean that they will physically perish or die in the way we understand it. Rather, what will happen can be called a splitting of reality. Those who are not ready for the transition will cease to be part of the renewed earth. Their consciousness will move to other planes of existence that correspond to their vibrations. You probably want to know who will not be able to make this transition. First and foremost, these are the ones I call people without a spark. These are those who have completely lost their connection with their spiritual essence. They may look like ordinary people, but inside they lack the spiritual light that makes us creators. Such people make up about half of the Earth's population, or maybe even more. They function on autopilot, following programs and not displaying true free will. Those who spend the majority of their lives in low vibrations also won't be able to make the transition. Those who are constantly in fear, anxiety, deep hatred, greed and avarice, envy and jealousy, or in the pursuit of control over others. If your energy system is tuned to such frequencies, it will be very difficult for you to exist in a world of elevated vibrations. It's like trying to operate with an analog television in the era of digital broadcasting. Technically, it's impossible to do this without the appropriate transformation. Now, I am transitioning into a state of pure channeling, and from here on, these will not be my words. This will be a direct message from the Keeper of Light. Listen and heed, children of the divine fire. There is little time left. The system of control is collapsing. The net that has kept your souls captive is coming apart at the seams. You feel it even if you are not aware of it, through inexplicable anxiety, through strange dreams, through sudden insights. Connect your body directly to the source of creation. Ordinary practices no longer work. Radical methods of purification and raising your vibrations are necessary for the transition in 2026. First and foremost, break all energetic implants that have tied you to the matrix. These implants are located in your chakras, especially in the third eye or sixth chakra, the crown chakra or the top of the head, and in the heart center. They were implanted even before your birth to control the flow of awareness. Reject all patterns, religious and social dogmas. All of these are your chains, chains that shackle your spirit. No religion will save you. They are all created for control. Forget everything you knew about spiritual practices. Most of them are tools to keep you trapped in the matrix. True awakening does not look like what you've been led to believe. Seek a direct channel of communication with your higher self. Only it knows exactly what you need to do. No general instructions will work. Every soul has its own unique code for transition. Be prepared for the fact that most of your loved ones will not make the transition. This is a hard truth, but you must accept it. Their souls are either not ready or they are simply biorobots without a soul at all. You must understand that the transition is not a collective event. It is an individual process of a quantum leap in consciousness, which each soul experiences in its own way. Dedicate at least 3 hours a day to direct contact with the source through channeling and meditation. During these hours, you receive personal instructions that cannot be conveyed through third parties. It is necessary to completely restructure your energy body. The cellular structure must transform in order to withstand high vibrations. And now we will give you a practice that will initiate this process. This is an ancient technique that has been hidden from humanity for millennia. Practice it daily if you want to survive. This is the practice of quantum cleansing, which I received from the Earth Keepers. Sit in a comfortable position with your back straight but relaxed. Place your right hand over your heart area and your left hand on your solar plexus. Begin to take deep breaths through your nose. On the exhale, focus your attention on your breathing. Breathe with your belly. As you gently inhale, imagine a bright golden radiant light entering your body through the crown of your head. I will help you activate this gentle flow. Mentally say, I reject all energetic implants and contracts made without my conscious consent. I dissolve all attachments to the matrix of control. As you gently exhale, imagine a thick, swirling cloud of dark smoke slowly leaving your body through your feet, taking with it all energetic blocks, all negative energies, and all attachments to parasitic entities. Let the golden light flow. Let it gently and peacefully flow through your entire body, cleansing and purifying you from deep within. Now, either say aloud or quietly to yourself, I am a sovereign, independent being of radiant light. I now activate my personal transition code. I consciously enter the harmonious flow of infinite, boundless creation. And allow the code to gently enter you now. Now, imagine your body gradually filling with a warm, bright, and radiant golden light, which forms a gentle, protective cocoon around you. This is not just a meditation, it is a literal reprogramming of your DNA on a quantum level. If you practice this daily, by the end of the year, you will notice physical changes in your body. It will begin to transform. Friends, I understand that the information I shared today may cause concern. But I want you to know I am not saying this to frighten you. In fact, all these changes are for the better. Our planet has been under the influence of destructive energies for far too long. And now the time of liberation is coming, a time to return to our true essence, to the essence of the Creator. Those who are ready for the transition will gain incredible abilities. In the new world, we will possess abilities such as clairvoyance, telepathy, intuitive knowledge, the power to materialize thoughts and fulfill any of our desires, and complete freedom from illness. The world after 2026 will be based on completely different principles. Cooperation instead of competition, abundance instead of scarcity, love instead of fear. If you want to dive deeper into the topic of preparing for the transition, I invite you to my new 3-day marathon. Unlock your superpowers in 3 steps and change your life. Right now, follow the link in the description of this video or in the first comment. And remember, each of you has a divine spark within. The time of awakening has come. Believe in yourself and in your path. Thank you for your attention. With love and light, Natalia. I look forward to seeing you at the marathon.